Morning, everybody. It's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead. Today is Tuesday morning. It's nice out here. It's only like 59 degrees. I think it's about 7:30ish, maybe a little after. I came out here because my garden is still damp, so I'm not going to have to use my sprinkler tonight. So I did notice some aphids in my cruciferous bed. Surprise, surprise. I even found some on the dill I harvested the other day. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to sprinkle that and see if there's anything else to harvest or maintain. So come along. So when you use diatomaceous earth, I don't have any particular brand, whoa, that I use. I just always make sure that it's food grade. This last time I got it at Tractor Supply and I got a great big old bag. It was pretty inexpensive because it's starting to get kind of spendy. I think as it gains in popularity. The only bad thing about diatomaceous earth is it will kill the good critters too if they land on where you're putting it. So I try not to put it on anything that bees will land on. And so I keep it in this old-fashioned flour sifter. I put some in there. And I'm just going to sprinkle that on some of the things I've noticed that are getting aphids. Oh, let's see, what was it? Oh, yeah, there's some in here too. Yeah, the darn things. Hope you can see me. I'm just going to do all these guys. And you can sprinkle this on your dog and cat's food. Gets rid of parasites. Ooh, I got a little more broccoli going on over here. Well, not quite enough to pick it yet, but I noticed on a couple of my sprouts, they were there. The stuff that I just give to my chickens, I don't particularly care about because chickens will eat aphids. They're protein. So I'm just going to go along and do my regular garden, and if I see like a bunch of ants or any kind of bug, really, this stuff, what it does is they crawl through it and it dries up and breaks up their little, what do you call it, exoskeleton system. So come along. So I think right here, this is right behind my cruciferous bed. I'm going to go ahead and make the executive decision to take out this dill right here. Well, this one just looks like it's drying up. And I'm just cutting it at the base of the ground. This one, as you can see, starting to really dry up. And that'll leave room for something else, because today I am 5 days behind on planting my fall seeds, especially the ones that take longer, like the cruciferous, Brussels sprouts, broccolis, that excuse me, that kind of stuff. I think I might start some kale, even though I told you I'm not a big kale fan, but it's something lovely to feed your chickens through the fall and winter. I can even dehydrate some for them. And as I told you before, I am going to go along anything that is spent or done doing its thing. I am just going to chop and drop these marigolds simply because I have so many seeds going on in the house right now. These got, somehow they got all busted up, so we'll just throw these around here. And let's see. we're going to go along down here, see what we can see. All right, so I chopped any yellowing leaves off my tomatoes and all the other stuff I had growing on the other bed. Right now, I'm just harvesting some basil. And like I said, the more you pinch it back, the more it sends out. And you just keep doing this. And like I said, you can dry it. You can make pesto, freeze it. Oh, I accidentally did a little too much. But I'm going to go along and finish this. All right, so I got a whole, what is this, 16 ounce? No, it's 24 ounce sour cream container, and this stuffed full. So that takes care of that. I noticed my little spaghetti squash has a flower. It does have a less than desirable leaf on here, so that gets snipped off, thrown out of the bed. I am going to snip off the lower leaves of my zucchini. There we go. That will allow it to keep going upright up this little, can't even see it. You can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry, forgot to move my camera. There we go. What I did is I just cut these very, very, very bottom lower leaves off of that. It's got a nice bloom, but I showed you that the other day. Then I have over here a tromboncino starting to run amok. And over there, there's a Hubbard squash right over here, and it's got a bloom. So I'm pretty excited. Anything yellow I don't like, then I'm just taking that off of there. And then I turn around behind me, and I've got all of this beautiful stuff. Now there is one flower I'm going to chop and drop. I'm going to give my green onions, or bunching onions, a little haircut. Try to do it as I go. My 2 beans, I never had a bean come up in that third one, but that's okay. I don't even know how many trays of calendula that I now have. Very excited about it. So I'm going to be making some salve for my face. I'm almost out. And I think I'm going to incorporate calendula in that mix. It's very good for your skin. So I'm coming over here now, and I'm looking for, I just can't believe this bee balm. Looks like something's starting to munch on it, just barely. I don't see any ripe okra, so we're going to move on. Oh, let's look at the ground cherries. Oh, here's one. We might have to eat this one. Doesn't look like it's quite ready, but I'm going to eat it anyways. Little tiny fella. They otherwise call it garden candy. So now, let me turn around. I'm on the other side of this rather large calendula bed. And remember, when you are collecting flowers, I always snip it at the Y. That gives more buds a chance to develop. There we go. They're so pretty. And I like the way they smell. They don't have like your regular sweet, sweet, sour, or sweet, sweet smell like most flowers. All right, well that takes care of the calendula, but I do want to show you this okra I'm letting go to seed. On the way to the okra, I wanted to show you these little guys, these little opportunists. Look at the mullein. I just let these guys be. They're going to get ginormous, but for now I can squeeze around them. And there's another one right there and right there. But take a look, oh my goodness, at this. Look how large this guy is compared to my hand. This is the one that got too big, and he's super hard as a rock and what they call woody. So that one is not good for eating. That one is good for leaving on the plant until it dries up. Then you can pluck it, and I let it continue drying in the house for seeds. That'll hold quite a few seeds. Now, there is a leaf right back here. Pop, he's going away. This one is going to go away. And so anytime I see any less than desirable weeds, that's looks like it's due to pest pressure. Sorry, I had my finger in the way. I just chop those off of there. That gives all the rest of the plant time to develop and doesn't take away from it. But look at here. I do have some tomato plants. These I do not drop in the bed, just in case they got some kind of mildew or anything like that. This one has got some speckles on it. I am going to just chop and drop these guys. Maybe they'll be okay. And take them away from that main plant. You want to maintain, sorry, I'm doing this without my tripod, airflow. So, gosh, I'm having trouble. Sorry, there we are. As the plant gets bigger, you just want to keep cutting these lower branches, and it will keep mildew and stuff at bay. I think I'm going to put my camera back on the tripod. I'm not doing so well without it. Sometimes this accidentally happens, so what I do in a case like that, I hang on to them, put them on my windowsill, and hopefully they'll ripen. All right, I am trimming up more of these beautiful dill heads. A lot of them are kind of broke off. Otherwise I wouldn't have trimmed them. Like these guys are still quite green. But that's okay. This one, this big guy is dried up. And I'm looking on them because the ones I did, oh, these do have like little aphidy things on them. But I'll just have to wash them really well. And little aphids, man, they get on everything, I tell you. So I think I'll leave these guys alone. But that's quite a harvest of dill. I think this is, of course, I planted a lot more dill than I normally do. So I'm thinking that's probably why I got so much. But it is a cooler summer too. So as you can see, I had to put a pole in. I trimmed the bottom of that up, the zucchini, and I put a pole down in there, and then that way it could start growing up with everything else. I don't want it on my trellis just because I have so many other things growing on this trellis. So as that gets up, I'll be tying it up. So probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll tie it onto the pole. I did top my celery off, if you remember, in that far east bed over there in the corner, I threw a bunch of celery in, but as you can see right here, it started going to seed. But I will chop this up. I'll dry it, chop it up, or throw it in a salad or something like that. It smells good. You either love celery or hate it. There's no in between. So that's all I really have for you today. Maybe tomorrow, I'm kind of letting my potatoes dry out. So maybe tomorrow we'll dig up the potatoes and see what we have. They're just the regular, I don't know what they were, some kind of seed potatoes I bought at Tractor Supply, and I didn't write it down. So I hope the sun is shining where you are. I hope you're happy, healthy, safe. Thank you so much for following, watching, subscribing, sharing. I now have over 700 subscribers. I'm just blown away. Thank you and God bless. It's amazing. This journey has been really fun. It's good for me because I can keep track of what I'm going, what's going on when. I can look back and say, oh, I've taped this on this date. That's what's going on. What works, what doesn't work. So it works out to be a really good garden journal. I already keep a written garden journal, but this is obviously way more detailed. All right, folks. God bless you all. Thanks for watching and happy gardening. Bye-bye.